process it and they have culture. It's not like you're just eating fucking. It's not like they're stabbing you with moldy bread. Anything like.
Got the diffuser.
Take moldy bread needle. Like it's that growing bread after a while. Pop them, eating them like popcorn. I'm not stopping you, bro. Like, come on, I've been waiting.
I've been fucking waiting!
You are being tracked. You have been identified.
I'm dry.
Holy shit, I just fucking... Dude. What the fuck was that? I'm sorry. I'm fucking crying. Oh my god.
10 seconds.
Dude, holy shit.
Fucking, is he quiet because he had a fucking heart attack?
That was fucking it, dude. Holy shit.
He fucking had it. He's fucking done with that shit, dude.
Yeah, for real.
He's fucking done. He's had it. You know, I've gotten that.
And that was fucking it.
Holy shit! Oh my! Whoa! You know those guys, like, you know, I wonder what their stats are on Fallout if in, like, real life they fucking miss the toilet bowl when they're taking a shit.
Yeah, right?
It's like, you are special book, like, they got all strength, but, like, no fucking...
All strength, but no intelligence or perception.
Like, they're bats, like, they try to shoot someone, but the gun just shoots behind.
Yeah, dude, like, every shot that they miss somehow reaches a 90-degree angle and hits the fucking ceiling no matter what. No.
Gavin, I know Ever knows the story, but have I told you my like, it was like my third to last day while I was working for the city, and I was on bathroom.
I fucking hate phantoms.
I was working. I was cleaning bathrooms that day, and I walked into the first bathroom I had to clean, and I looked around. I was like, oh, I can mop this real quick. It's not that bad. And I'm like, you know, I'll just mop it. But I look, and I fucking look at a sink. I look at the sink, and there's a fucking massive pair of grandma panties wrapped around the sink with shit on them. And I vocally scream, what the fuck? I vocally, yeah, I actually have a photo of it somewhere, but I screamed, I said, what the fuck? Yeah, I said, what the fuck? And my fucking coworker runs in, he's like, you alright, John? I said, look at this! And he says the same damn thing, he's like, what the fuck? And he goes to the back of his truck, he's like, here, John, use these. And he gives me some fucking, like, you ever seen those, like, old people things? You could, like...
Yeah, dude, those things are fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I was using the grabbers on the panties, like, ew. It's like, you...
Drawers full of shit.
Yeah, dude. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was funny because on that same day, I went to the next bathroom, and I saw something a whole lot fucking funnier, in my opinion. Fucked up, I'll give it that. Like, I mean, it ain't cool what they did, but it was fucking... So what they do, I walked into this fucking bathroom, and I see $1 bill on the floor, and I had those grabbers, and I sat there, and I reached down to barely grab it, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna use the grabbers. And fucking the grabbers didn't want to pick up the dollar. And I was like, what the fuck? It was like the dollar was glued to the ground. And I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. But then I finally get enough fucking good of a grab on it, and I yank it up, and it's the other side. It's just this really fucking sticky piece of shit. Like, could you imagine? I was like, could you imagine if I grabbed that shit with my fucking hand? I would have been so fucking livid, dude.
That had to have been on purpose, man.
Yeah, dude. And so, like, I brought it out. Yeah, dude. And so I bring it out, and I'm talking with my coworker. I said, look at this shit. Literally. And he fucking, like, he's like, what the fuck? I can't. He's like, John, what the hell is with you in the bathrooms today?
All friendlies were eliminated.
I said, boss, I don't fucking know. And I was like, you want this? And he's like, fucking no, get that shit away from me. He's like, I ain't paid enough for that. And he's like, fuck off. He's like, throw it under the sprinklers, I'll pick it up in like a week. And so we turned the sprinklers on, and I fucking threw it out in the lawn. And I just was like so worried that somebody was gonna bring their kid to the park. And I was like, I really should have just thrown that shit in the trash. It's like, it's the ultimate question. It's like, how poor are you?
Oh my god.
So yeah, I got a story.
Okay.
So yeah, today I got up and I woke up. Both my mom and my dad texted me. They're like, "Go take the Jeep, go to town, take it to like the Monkey Shine or whatever, the Monkey Wash."
Is that what you guys did today?
It's what I did today, and I only have like $100 bill in my back pocket, right? So that yeah. So I get all my stuff ready. I get in the Jeep. I have a cigarette hanging on my ear. And I hadn't been coughing all morning. It was actually awesome. I haven't coughed nearly as much today. It's only like once per hour instead of like, you know, nonstop. So anyways, I'm driving, and then, you know, I reach Farmington or so, take the left. And basically, I start coughing, and then my cigarette falls out of where I had it, and I'm like, oh shit. So I look around for it at a red light, can't find it. Whatever. And I'm just like, one cigarette's not a big deal. But I do, like, when I stopped at the car wash, I got out. I'm like, it gotta be in there because the window wasn't open. I'm looking around. I'm like, where the hell's the cigarette? I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, where'd this cigarette go? And I'm like, whatever, fuck it. And I just get in, and I drive it up, and I walk up to the guy, and I'm like, okay, I'll take the manager special, which is $30. That's the most expensive one. And I say, all right, I'll take the manager special. And he's like, okay, cool, that'll be $30. So I give him 100, because all that means is he has to give me, you know, $70 back or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be simple. And he tells me, hey John, I can't break this. And I'm like, you can't break 100. And he's like, no, I can't. I'm like, you can't. I'm like, all right. So I go across the street to a gas station, walk up. Lady's playing on her phone, and I just keep going like, I'm like, hey! And she's like, what? And I'm like, can I get change for this 100? And she's like, oh no, sorry, I don't have $100 in change. I'm like, really? I'm like, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, okay, fine. And she says, there's a bank down that way. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So I go down to Smith's where the bank is. I walk into the bank, you know, I wait in line. I'm a good boy, I wait in line. I talk to the lady. I say, hey, I'd like change for this 100. She gets 520s out, as I asked. Mm-hmm. And I lay the $100 bill down. And she puts the 5 20s in front of me, and then she asks a question. She says, "Do you have an account with us?" And I say, no. And she yanks the $20 back, the full $520, puts
Oh
that
my
shit back in the
God.
drawer. Says, "Sorry, sir, I can't help you." And I said, "I beg you, please." And
That's awful.
And she's like, "I'm sorry, I can't help you." And I'm like, "Oh my God, dude." And so,
That's awful.
yeah, so I take my $100. It's like a fucking curse. It's like, I couldn't
Right?
get rid of it if I tried, you know. And I see there's, you know, the sodas are $5 or whatever. So I pick up a soda, and I look at all the cash registers, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fucking take my soda, and I'm gonna go to the self-checkout machine because robots can't bitch. And so I take it, and I scan it, and I put it in there. And I know you're expecting me to say the robot bitched. It didn't. It did something a lot funnier. So
Huh.
it gave me $2 in fucking, like, $2 bills, and it gave me the rest in fucking quarters.
My God, dude! That's fucking awful.
And so I just sat there, I grabbed a bag. I grabbed a fucking plastic sack, and I just shoved all this. I had the most ridiculous day today, but it has an interesting payoff. I have this fucking massive bag of fucking quarters. I double wrapped it, and I'm laughing my ass off. The lady's sitting there like, "What the hell did you do?" I'm like, "I just put a $100 bill." You know, and I'm like, "What the hell?" So, you know, I was tempted to bring it to the car wash and be like, "Here's $30 in quarters, fucker." But I
Right.
didn't. I went to customer service. I said, "Your machine just gave me fucking like 400 quarters." And I was like, "You guys, you mind, And they're like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, so it gave me $2, and they're like, they did the math, and they basically gave me my money's worth in paper.
Yeah.
So I go over to the gas station, and it's good, you know, because there was a 3-hour wait when I went there first anyways, so that kind of killed some time, as you'd imagine.
Right.
I get in, I give them the $30 on the spot, I go through, I get my car washed. In fact, I get treated like a king over there. I was quite enjoying it. And then he comes in, and he said, "Hey, sir." And I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, he pulls this wrinkly fucking looking thing out of his pocket, and he says, "I found a cigarette." And I started fucking
That's
fucking
fucking
laughing.
great.
I was like,
Dude.
I was like, "Dude, oh my God, really?" And I was like, "Fuck it." So I went outside and I smoked like what was left of it.
Yeah, that's
And
funny, man.
I got back in the car. And I get back, and my dad says, "Oh, go ahead and fill up the Jeep too." So I pick up his card, and I go to the gas station. I go to this gas station in Bloomfield. I go to it. I put the card in, put all the info in, and I put the nozzle in, and it started fueling. I didn't press any buttons though, and I was looking at the tick. The gas was not recording that it was fueling my vehicle, yet there was diesel going into it, and there was nothing being charged.
Wow.
I didn't pay a
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
cent for a fucking
Fuck
full
yeah.
gas or full tank of diesel, dude. And I was like,
That's amazing.
God was fucking having a laugh with me today, man.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, my dad didn't have to pay a cent. And I was like, that is great. And so yeah, that was my day today.